And we are live with some high school Rocket League. Me, Greybeard, Bromeo. We're doing a lot of Rocket League at all levels, and it's fabulous. And now we get a little slice of the PRG and Grey rivalry to get action to get in on.
Do you know what? If somebody says Rocket League, I'm like, sure, where, when, and how, and we'll sort out the rest. So yes, we get to cast some Rocket League tonight. It is Grey College versus Paul Ruas Gymnasium, and two very good school outfits. So I'm very excited to see both of these play. I've seen a couple of them each time. And I can't remember I've seen when last they went up against each other. So tonight is certainly a treat for that.
So these are the B teams, and then I believe the A teams are doing battle live and in person this coming weekend. Yuckles was just telling me that something like 900 learners are busing it up to Grey for their inter-schools chaos this weekend.
Man, how cool is that? Driving all the way from the Cape through to Bloem for a Rocket League showdown. And I think back when I was at school, it was a schlep enough getting the rugby boys onto a bus. And now playing Rocket League just so you can go and do battle in another province. How cool is that? So we definitely are living in different times, Greybeard.
Well, what's even more cooler than that is you know, back when I was at high school, no one was busing me anywhere to play rugby.
Fair enough.
So if there was this sort of thing going on in my time, I'd be on that bus to play some kind of game. Probably, well, I mean, there wasn't gaming, there wasn't Rocket League, it wasn't anything. But it's great that there are these opportunities.
Well, speaking of opportunities, we do have all of the players on the field. So in a few short moments, we will be cutting live. It is PRG in blue. It is Grey Bloem in orange. And we've got ourselves some high school Rocket League, Greybeard.
And away we go. So who we got? We got Zeldin. Llama, bang, bang. As I mention his name, he underlines and exclamations it with a banger from the halfway line.
Making sure of it. And straight off the bat, there was nothing skittish about that at all. And it is PRG picking up first blood. And there is nothing B-team about this, as it looks like Dills trying to get the shot down off the backboard, and Flashy not being able to get the touch, but I tell you who does, it is Sleeks.
Well, everyone was involved. First, we had Dill vibes with it, almost, but coming off the crossbar, and then Flashy skying it off the backboard, and then Sleeks coming in high to level it up.
Well, if you weren't watching in the beginning and you just tuned in now, do not worry, because scores are tie again. And shot coming in deep, pushed almost in by Zeldin. And Schmier packs one in, and out of nowhere, PRG have returned.
Yeah, good stuff here, Schmier. Just being patient in the corner and getting past two Grey College defenders to put PRG back in front. Big kickoff now. Oh, it's a very good one for PRG. Flash is up. He's going to want to bring it down. He can only put it into the corner. Doesn't have the boost to do much more. Everybody from Grey up, but they make sure of it and get the clear.
Well, Grey Bloem wanting to be incisive on defense here as Zeldin carries it up. He's going to look to pass through the middle, but you can see PRG are electing to be defensive on this, and rightfully so. Schmier takes it up in the midfield. Zeldin up in the air to pick this one up. And Flashy, without much boost, puts it off to Dills. Now let's see these aerials. Good attempt, shot coming down from Zeldin, but pushed away.
Yeah, I'm liking these double commit defensive plays. So far, they're working out. No one being Dill, getting Dill vibing out in the air. Whiffs it there. Now finally does get a ricocheting half clear. Sketchish Llama is undone by Sleeks. And it now seems to have settled. A chaotic start, but we've now settled into a rhythm. Oh, Oh, Vibes! Oh, huge scuffs, but Flashy will tidy up and level things up for Gray.
Well, just have a look here. Flashy making sure of it. And there was a large period of a lot of uncertainty. But ultimately, scores a tie once again. Only a minute and a half gone in this game so far. So there's still plenty of time to bring this one through and settle the nerves somewhat. And I stand corrected, but this is a best of 5. Is it,
Correct.
Greg?
Yes, even though the scoreboard says best of 7, I believe it's it is. It was going to be a best of 3, but I believe it is now a best of 5.
Best of 5 is.
No, and based on the evidence of this, best of 5s are tough when one team is miles ahead of the other team, and then you have to sort of painfully go through the 3 games. But this looks like it's going to be a close series.
Well, I'm really hoping it is, as Schmier gets a monster flick off Skittish Llama trying to get the touchdown. And a lot of attacking intent showed by this PRG side as Zeldin gets a touch off Flashy here, allowing the reset as Schmier bombs it deep. Gonna touch it high now. It's going for the backboard, met by Zeldin, played down, and Schmier getting it all as PRG pick up another goal.
I was wondering why Zeldin had gone up in the air here. I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but I think ultimately he performed excellently as a bit of a not a fake. What do you call it? A decoy in attack, and it worked beautifully. PRG once more in front.
Well,
oh,
really taking the shot in an absolute clanger. And Dills, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but that was an incredible shot. Quickly turning on it and putting it top bins. Zeldin, unfortunately, not being able to react in time with enough boost even. But it means that now scores a tie, 3 apiece, and we have still got a game on our hands.
And it's following a bit of a pattern. PRG get a goal, they go in front, and then Grey College find a way to equalize. Everybody's up in the air for this. So Grey, as well as they're doing, have not led yet. Sleeks tries to change that. But excellent block from PRG to keep it out. And there might be an open net here. Zeldin, however, decides to go by the corner. It's a delicious angle. But their attack still on.
Well, here we go now. Dills putting it to the corner. It's open in the mid. Zeldin making an attempt for it. Not going to get a touch. Sleeks, though, not being able to put it down. But Dills playing the shot in, and he makes it count. And that's all that matters. Sleeks getting a redirect with Flashy, and Dills putting it bottom left, beating Schmier in the process, and giving Grey Bloom the lead.
Yeah, and for the first time, it is Grey with a lead in this game. And Dill seems to have settled. He was a bit wild and woolly early on, a couple of big whiffs. But the last 2 goals have come courtesy of his play, and very, very certain and very sure about his shots, which get his team ahead.
Zeldin managing a good 50 here. He's going to try the redirect, gets it up against the backboard, and Skittish Llama putting it up against the backboard once more. Shot coming down by Schmier, and he gets the equalizer. And what a game this has been so far.
Yeah, fantastic teamwork here. Everybody involved, and Skittish Llama, apparently a Fortnite main, recently made the switch to Rocket League, but I don't think he's been converted into a true believer yet. Hopefully we can go some distance to doing that, because played an important role in 2 of the goals scored so far by PRG.
Schmier in the corner now. Doesn't have the boost, but he has the dream. Zeldin pushing the ball across into the middle, but it's going to allow Sleeks a little bit of time to get the clears. But Skittish Llama playing the shot in brazenly, does not care about defenders, just shoots it in anyway with 30 seconds left on the clock now. Zeldin playing it down, Skittish Llama trying to get a touch. It's Schmier now, putting it up against the backboard, fakes it in, gets the beat. Dills getting an awkward touch there, but there's 20 seconds left on the clock now. Sleeks puts it into the corner. It's going to go in, but Zeldin clears it out, and Greybeard 15 seconds left on this clock, and it is looking like a potential overtime.
Yeah, my money's on overtime. That shot put high by Dills. It's taken out the last 4 seconds. Schmeer's chasing it down. This is going to float invitingly in front of the net. Skittish Llama can't get the shot. Zeldin with 0 boost. He's going to have a go. It's going to be kept out, and we will have a game 1 overtime.
What a game this has turned out to be, Greybeard, as Grey, Bloom, and PRG are making this a match. This is a B-team game, but there is nothing B-team about this game, as Schmeer putting up against backboard. Skittish Llama not getting the touch, but Zelda making sure it's not getting out of there. And PRG are very happy to play the pressure game here as Zeldin looking once more to play it down. But Schmeer still in the corner. Skittish Llama taking the shot, and Dills putting it a little bit wide and out of danger.
30 seconds inside the first minute of overtime. Schmeer's not going to give Dills a Sleeks any time to wait on that ball shot on, saved by Dills. And the overtime will continue. And Dills definitely the mechanical player of the Grey side. Oh, but geez, they were kind of inviting trouble there. Banger of a shot from Llama will get the winner inside 1 minute. He scores the opening goal. He scores the winning goal.
Well, head coach Yuckel's going to be happy about this one. PRG Skittish Llama putting it top, hitting the crossbar and down. And there's going to be a bit of a halftime chat here as we're heading into game number 2. Grey Bloom, very solid start. Must keep their heads up because 9 goals in this game and only 1 goal separating them in overtime, Greybeard. So there is a lot to work on, but there's also a lot to be happy about.
A festival of goals, 9 in the game, a 1 minute overtime. And just looking over the stats there, I mean, 11, 12 shots from PRG, only the 7 from Grey. So from an accuracy point of view, in theory, if Grey get more shots on net, they will get more goals because they're needing fewer shots to get as many goals. But it is Paul Ruiz B who have first blood in this best of 5 series.
Well, right now, it is sitting on a bit of a knife edge. There's not much separating these teams, and something needs to be done by either of them to break it through. And Dell's taking an early shot. Schmeer not wanting to touch it, lest it go in by his own hand. And Schmeer doing a wave dash, putting it through to Zeldin. That's Sleeks passing it off to Dills, gets a good beacher. And Sleeks once more, he's going to take the shot off. Can he get there? No, He can't. And an absolute banger there from Sleeks.
That was so good. Look at this first touch. That first touch is everything. Sets it up. And with the last milliliter of boost, he gets the shot on. And Grey College in game 2 have first blood.
They say it about football, the NFL, but we can say it about Rocket League too. This game is about inches, not miles. And that was a shot for inches. But speaking of shot coming in here, but pushed away by Sleeks, a demo coming in here. Schmeer getting the touch, not quite, but double faked out there by Grey Bloom, allowing Zeldin to come through, put up against. He runs out of boost, couldn't get the shot across, and that could have been danger.
The only update I'd like to make, a game of inches in Rocket League, it's a game of pixel meters.
Pixel meters. Is that the official measurement in this game?
I'm
because
going
honestly,
with it.
they say units, but units of what? So it could be anything right now. But Schmeer wanting to get a good redirect here, and he does. It's going to hit the backboard, allowing him to make a pass through. Elects to fake instead, Greybeard.
Yeah, that almost opened up a big counter attack from Grey, but they kind of took their time and allowed PRG to reset. So not the goal festival of game 1. Skittish Llama in big trouble. What a doink in defense. Fantastically done by him. At this stage in the last game, I think we were already at about 4 or 5 goals. This a lot more harder to come by in this game. Just a single goal lead for Grey as we come to the end of the 2nd minute.
Spear getting a shot across. Is this going to go all the way in? Is it going to hit the crossbar? And Skittish Llama makes sure of it. First one to get to that on this runaway. But it was Schmeer getting that initial touch, allowing for that. So you'll get the assist, but not the glory. That is reserved for Skittish Llama. But most importantly, it is now a tied game as PRG picked up the equalizer.
He's a llama, which sounds dangerous, but he is skittish. But he is doing good work for his team. Oh, Dills with a shot. A little bit scrambled in defense, but in the chaos, they do enough to prevent the shot going in. Oh, and Schmeer is just faking left. He's faking the opposition. He's faking his own team. And they do still have an attacking opportunity, although they're going to have to be in defense now for at least the next few moments. Leveled up at exactly halfway.
Exactly halfway it is indeed, and still playing along the halfway line. Skittish Llama putting it into the corner, but not contesting it, allowing Grey Bloom to get a touch here. But Schmeer up against the backboard. Can they get the shot in? Zeldin came tearing up, and that will end the attack as it ends down in the PRG side. Skittish Llama trying to get a touch on it, but not being able to do enough. Schmeer contesting it in the midfield, but Flashy now taking the shot off straight, allowing Skittish Llama to play it into the corner. But this is looking dangerous as Flashy letting Dills have it and then leaving it to be cleared once more.
Well, it hasn't been the rush of goals in game one, but it is just as close, just as tight. And as we stand now, overtime is the most likely end of regulation time here. PRG, Skittish Llama shoots on, and Flashy saves it onto his post and out. They got a combination of lucky and skilled.
Well, Flashy taking the straight shot now. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. And sometimes it's the shots that you take that count, because coming straight down the middle was Flashy and catching Schmeer a little bit off base to make that save. So it is now Grey Bloom 2 goals to PRG's 1.
PRG looking like everybody managed to get themselves into that no man's land. My goodness gracious.
Well, Schmeer touching it through to the middle. It could be a good touch here, but Dills intercepts it. Plays it to Sleek. Sleeks is going to try and get another touch in. Draws in the defender, but the attack comes to naught. And now a shot coming in by Schmeer, but not being able to get there. Sleeks contesting it well. Nobody in the back. Schmeer's got the boost, though, so they won't be too uncomfortable. He's not going to get this touch, but the shot coming wide. And Flashy allowed to clear. Gets the demo in on Skittish Llama and the pass. Can he get the shot across? No, he can't. Pushed away by Zeldin.
I am fully confident that PRG are going to level this up, and we're going to have a second consecutive overtime. 22 seconds to do it now. So they need to get on their bicycles if it is going to happen. Oh, Sleeks is very awkward. Zeldin trying to bring it round, try to set up some kind of pass. A bump might just make it happen. Schmeer backwards to the ball and zero boost, does what he can, which isn't a hell of a lot. The last 5 seconds, I think my confident shout of another overtime has been overstated, because at 0 seconds, Flashy will make it a 2-goal victory for Grey College.
Well, what a resounding response. Flashy, 0-second goal, turns it to 3-1, but most importantly, it is a game equalizer for Grey College as they pick up game number 2. And still, this is a best of 5, so it is still a while away from match points, but both teams, you'll feel, Greybeard, are primed for game number 3.
Yeah, it's close. But I have a feeling Grey might just have gotten a little bit of momentum behind them. So it's going to be up to PRG in game 3 to kind of arrest that and stamp some authority as early as possible. Otherwise, there is the potential of Grey running away with it. Although, I mean, it's been so close, this whole series so far. So I might be overstating things, but it is level in the series. But momentum, having won game 2, will be with Grey. PRG going to look to get themselves back into it as soon as possible.
Well, having a look at the scoreboard there, it was 8 shots to Grey Bloom and 3 to PRG. So in a game of chances and opportunities, Grey Bloom was simply creating more, and that allowed them to take out game number 2. So they will be heading into game number 3 as victors, as Sleeks tries to get a flick off, elevates it. I thought he was going to flick, but ultimately took it straight up for an air dribble, and Dills not getting the right touch as Zeldin takes an opportunity to get it in.
And a little violin playing here. Was that, did Zeldin get the last? No, it was Dill who gets the last touch. He gets the own goal. Oh, no. A little bit of misfortune, a little bit of panic works good for PRG. They have the early lead.
All right, now, Schmier taking him back to his own line, a little bit dangerous. Dills taking the shot down the middle. There is no one back. Can they get the shot off the backboard? And there we go, Sleeks. Finally getting one back in on the side of Grey Bloom.
Yeah, they like to do this. They did this in game 1. Every member of the roster having a crack at the net, and it's left to the last to try who buries it into the net.
Well, kick off once more. Only 30 seconds in this game number 3 have lapsed so far, but it feels like we've lived a life of Rocket League. Schmier up in the air now, trying to pass off to Zelk. Hits the pass, but unfortunately the direction not quite there as it's heading straight back into the PRG side. Dills not getting the shot across, but not out of danger just yet. PRG is Zelda. Plays in the shot, but Sleeks meets him midway, and still danger all around, but missed opportunities too as a shot comes in out of nowhere by Dills. And that is 2-1 to Grey Bloom.
Yeah, look at this from Schmier. The backflip. He got a terrible first touch, and Dills taking massive advantage. And after leading early on, Grey College have moved ahead.
Well, here we go now. It is PRG to respond. Zeldin kicking it deep and not getting the touch he might have wanted, but still retaining possession here. Schmier getting the touch across into the corner, passes it center. Can they get it in? Zeldin with the clear though.
I like that aggression from Zeldin. It was working quite nicely. Got the pass in. The last shot a little bit messy here. Skittish Llama having a dance around the ball. Going to get his team into a bit of trouble. They got to defend, keep their heads about them. Great clear from Zeldin. Big miss from Flashy. Might give an opportunity to PRG, but Sleeks will send it to his own corner.
Well, still not out of dodge yet. Flashy trying to get the touch up the wall. Ends up pinching it. Lands on the bonnet of Sleeks, though. Sleeks with no boost, though. He's going to try and pass this one off. Takes the 50. Passes to Dills. Dills goes for the shot against the backboard. And going to follow this up. Didn't have the radar, though.
Oh, my. And then that goes in.
Like
my word, the loose ball from the corner.
Sometimes it be like that. And Flashy.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a good shot. Yeah, great touch.
Fantastic shot there by Flashy, and giving Grey Bloom a 3-1 lead. And I think, opposed from like 0-second goals, this matches the highest lead so far. So, can PRG come back? It's still about halfway left in the game. Schmier taking it to the side. Zeldin with control. Schmier dispossessing his teammates. Goes for the Doomsy dish, but not quite.
It would have been delicious. It would have been a delicious dish. But not to be. But I like the pressure. Nice pressure building up. They just need to be a bit controlled and often looking for the solo plays in front of net. And I think their best efforts have been come where they've involved their teammates. Look for their teammate to pass. But look at this from Schmier. He sees the open net, knows he has to just get it over the last defender, and does it very well.
Schmier jackling that shot straight into the back of the net and bringing PRG within 1 goal now with approximately, 2 minutes left on the clock. And they're starting to look a little bit more comfortable. But as I say that, Flashy hits the backboard. Can they make the save? Skittish Llama touches it wide. And dramatic overtures here on the PRG side. There's nobody back. And Schmier takes the shot now. But Sleeks rallying in time.
It's a little chaotic out there. And from both ends, Skittish Llama does well. If he can follow this up, he's got no burst. Zeldin tries to have another angled shot. Doesn't get it. The pressure, though, still building. Here comes Schmier. pops it for the insta shot, doesn't get it. But they want to not give up the pressure. They've built pressure nicely, but they're under threat of giving it up here.
Ooh, a very fast shot coming in there, but Schmier playing it away. And now, Zeldin with the touch, passing it up, but Flashy there, reading it well. And he's going to put it down right on the halfway line and allows Skittish Llama to get a touch. Dills playing it down. It's going to waterfall. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. And here we go now. It is a Grey Bloom picking up another on the bonnet of Dills. And what a difficult shot to stop that.
Back to the 2-goal lead. And PRG got one back. But not enough. They need 3 more goals if they are to win this. So their first priority is not to concede. And well, they're not going to do it that way, but they do keep it out. They're on the wrong side of the pitch. They've got to get something action going on the other side. And they've done well to build pressure, but haven't done well enough to take advantage of the pressure they build.
They're showing good team cohesion here, though, as Zeldin keeping up the pressure, retreats to allow Skittish Llama to get a touch across here. Doesn't get the touch, but allows Zeldin passing it through to the midfield. Schmier getting the touch across. Dills not worried as he collects the corner 100. And now, 30 seconds left on the clock. Schmier with the attack. Beats 1, beats 2. Can he beat 3? Oh! Can he? There we go. And Zeldin cleans it up, picking up one more for this PRG team.
Schmier doing very well. Nearly drove it all the way himself and acted as bait because the entire Grey team went after him to try and dispossess him, which opened up the other side of the net. Zeldin pumps it in there. 18 seconds to level it up. Here comes Skittish Llama. Looks for the controlled play. Almost gets there. Schmier going to bring it down now in front. Vibes. Gets something of a clear. Flashy completes it. It's the last 5 seconds, and the wrong team have it from PRG's perspective. Shot. It drops. It's in. We're in time.
An absolute clanger. So much patience being shown, and Schmier hitting the corner shot, top bins, and keeping the game alive and forcing it into overtime. And what a game this has turned out to be, Greybeard.
Banger, they were 2 goals behind PRG twice during this game. They managed to level it on 0 seconds. And if they win it in overtime, that is going to be a huge dent in the confidence for Grey. Zeldin got some defending to do, and he does it well, but they're going to have to do more. Schmier, though, gets the long distance clear. That'll give them some breathing space. Schmier is going to take it. He gets the equalizer and in regular 0 seconds, and the winner, well, he set up the equalizer, and he gets the winner in overtime. PRG ahead.
The Schmier is here. It is Paul Ruiz picking up game number 3, and they snatched it from the jaws of defeat with a 0-second goal and an overtime goal to pick up the win. So Coach Yuckles is going to be happy with that. It puts Paul Ruiz onto match point. And Grey College, having led pretty much the entire game, going to be sitting, scratching their heads, wondering how they managed to lose that one.
Schmier is here. No drama from the llama, and well done by Zeldin. There we go. I thought that was pretty cool.
those were pretty damn awesome. But rightfully so. Schmier is here. He picked up MVP for that game with almost 700 points. He got a hat-trick for his efforts. So if Grey Bloom are going to come back from this one, they are going to negate the power of the Schmier. And we'll find out now as we're heading into game number 4 whether they'll be able to do that. Grey Bloom in orange, Paul Ruiz in blue.
And away they go. Good kickoff for PRG. Zeldin steals corner boost. Llama can't get the pass in, but Schmier will pick it up, and he's getting more and more confident as this game goes. Looking to control. Zeldin! Looking for the shot. It was off target, but it made Flashy sweat some.
Well, Flashy not being able to get the follow-up. Schmier playing the pass down, but read on the backboard by Dills. And here, as he takes the 50, gets the beat instead. Bumps Zeldin, but that shot is a Y. And Schmier playing with his tail up. allowing Skittish Llama. Playing it backwards, though, so this might be pressure averted. Flashy now. Going to take the 50, but very good touch there by Zeldin to return it.
Yeah, good defensive play there to just put off the Grey player moving forward. And their pressure, they've had the best of the pressure here. All the pressure since the kickoff.
Well, here we go now. Schmier not being able to get the touchdown, but Sleek's picking up the corner boost and starting his attack here. Gets the bump instead, and Dills forcing it down the field. Skittish Llama not in a comfortable position here as Sleek fakes the shot off, and this could be dangerous as Dills forced back on defense. And right here, right now, Skittish Llama trying to get the shot across, steals the boost instead. And Sleek's happy that he's not having to pull off a save here as Grey Blum under a bit of pressure.
And the chaos that has characterized this series has been just delicious. Some great moments of individual play, some great moments of team play, but in between, just a lot of madness, chaos, and bumps. Zeldin doing so well here, being bumped off the ball, but still keeping it over on the orange side for a brief moment. And this feels like, I'm pretty sure this is the longest period we've been through where there has not been a goal scored, but it has been end-to-end action.
Well, Schmier, taking it into contact, and you're absolutely right there, Greybeard. Both teams have been getting better, aging like fine wines as shot after shot being played on both sides. No score as yet as we're heading halfway through the game, but this could be dangerous. But played away now. Flashy putting it into the corner. He's going to go for another touch. Doesn't get it, but Sleep at the end of this a little bit wide there and allows Skittish Llama to take the 50s. Zeldin's going to turn here, but not in time, giving Sleeks all the time in the world to make this clear.
We're now heading to 3 minutes with no goals scored. It has been an eternity, but it has been end-to-end action. Zeldin's going to have the opportunity for a shot, but flew past it, but it's being passed right in front. What a save from Flashy off his own crossbar. Those are always tense. Pinch out, and they survive, at least for now, but the pressure is still all from PRG.
Not out there yet, and unfortunately, nobody to take the shot. Schmier handing off to Zeldin, allowing him to pick up some boost in the process. Zeldin electing not to go for that, giving Dills a free clear as Dills still chasing, trying to pick up all the boost and didn't get rid of all of his boost as another shot coming once more from Sleeks. Played out by Schmier. Zeldin with all the boost now going to go up to contest, gets the touchdown. But Dills showing great patience there as the PRG attack starts off once more. Minute left on the clock. Not a goal yet. Off the crossbar. Will this change? Not right now. It won't.
Now, Grey have not registered a single shot on target in 4 minutes, which is just wild because they were up there with 6, 7, 8 shots. And in 4 minutes have not registered a single shot, 3 saves, but on the other hand, 6 shots from Paul Ruiz, yet the score lines are equal.
We're just having a look here. Looks
Did
like
we just lose We've lost a player. I did see there was big ping problems from Flashy. He was 170, 180 ping, so I didn't know if he's... Okay, there we go. Referees paused the game while we figure out what's happening with Flashy. He was having ping issues. I don't know if it's Wi-Fi, if he's got a reboot. I don't know what the rules are around technical timeouts, but we have a technical timeout now.
Well, Gravid, for the longest of times, we sat in our ivory towers with our ability to pause the game. And we officially paused the game 0 times in the 0 times. And I'm so salty that I see everybody just using it and using it correctly because it allows tournaments to be run properly, winners to be determined properly, and seeing the correct use of it right here in the game, meaning that play doesn't have to continue as a 3v2 until somebody joins back, makes me happy. But again, GB, we sat on it. We had the God accounts.
So to give some context to what Bromeo is saying, at the beginning of the year, Bromeo and I were granted special permission powers to pause games, like you've just seen here, in preparation for the league that's just about to get underway. And we were very much looking forward to exercising. Very few people had those powers. And then 2 weeks ago, Rocket League announced that everybody would be granted these powers. So we went from gods to just ordinary folk in one fell swoop.
Well, all good things must be equalized. We flew so other people could walk. But
and everyone is standing on the shoulders of we the giants. Is this what we're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. We're still waiting for Grey Bloom to finish their full complement, but this is allowing us a little bit of a reprieve to just reflect on how good this matchup has been so far. So hats off must go to both sides, both coaches, because this has been an exhibition match and a half. And with 30 seconds left on the clock, Greybeard, it looks like PRG are 1 goal away from possibly settling it, but also 30 seconds away from possibly forcing this into game number 5.
Well, that would be the ideal result. And I'm just hoping we don't have a forfeit situation. I don't know what's happening with Flashy, if he's able to solve these issues. Oh, it looks like Flashy is back in the lobby.
Well, right now, that allows us to go back into the game. I heard a little bit from production saying we do have the full complement of players now, so we are ready to go back into the game. We're just letting them fill up on their juice boxes, and telling their parents that they love them. And here they are. They're going back straight into the game now.
No kickoff. No kickoff. Just
let's continue.
Remember where you were.
Well, it could have worked out much worse, but it could have right there as Schmier forced to contest with 0 boost. He's going to pick up the Grey Bloom corner, but couldn't pass it down. And there is a very, very real possibility of a game 4 overtime right now as it's popped up. Zeldin taking the shot in. It is a rule 1 up against the board, and it is going to be an overtime.
Man, it's such a rarity, a goalless overtime. So there will be 1 goal in this entire game, and the series is either over or we're going to be forced to a decider in game 5. And PRG will love to just end it here. And of course, Grey would love to force the game 5.
Oh, Skittish Llama, a little bit skittish on defense as Flashy might have to pull out some heroics here. Schmier passing it down. Zeldin now putting it into the corner, but not quite getting the touch he wants to. He's going to have to pass back or collect. Beats the process, beats 3, gets demoed, but Dills doing the most to get back. Doesn't get the touch he wants. Can they get the shot off? Yes, they can. But that is not going to end the overtime right here, right now.
And Flashy, the player with the internet issues, is the only player to have registered a shot on target heading toward the goals, but Dills, easy clear from him.
Laying into the corner now. He's going to try and pinch it. Gets the pinch off. It's going to fall down. Can Sleeks get the touch? Yes, he can. And Dills now trying to get the shot in. Forces into the corner. It's going to be awkward for Zeldin. It is indeed. But Skittish Llama getting it out. Schmier on the counter. He's not going to get the touch off, but gets the demo instead. And this has been a game and a half. 1 minute and 30 seconds of overtime.
Well, in the 4 games, there have been 2.5 minutes of additional time in overtimes. PRG getting the best of the first overtime and looking to do so here. But now this is now coming up to 7 minutes of Rocket League with not a single goal scored. And you think back to game 1, Bromeo, there were 9 goals in the 6 minutes of Rocket League. And here we are, 7 minutes and yet to see our first.
Well, it does change indeed. Both defenses have hardened. They have forged themselves in the fire of attack. as Zeldin passes off to Schmear. Schmear getting another touch. Can they take a shot off here? Yes, they can. Back of the nets. Skittish Llama scoring the decider in 2 minutes and 12 seconds of overtime. And PRG are your winners.
PRG take it. Skittish Llama scores the opening goal of the night, and he scores the closing goal of the night. For Bromeo, this has been probably one of the most entertaining series of high school Rocket League I've seen in a long time. That was thoroughly enjoyable. Well played, Grey College. They won't be happy with the result, but they played really well. But PRG, too good on the night.
Well, they were fantastic indeed, and I'd wager to say that if these two played again, I would love to be here once more to cast it, because that was just as good as a chocolate before bed, because how good was that Rocket League, Greybeard? And this was their B teams, both of them.
Yeah, it was fabulous. Well done to them. And my MVP of the night for PRG is Schmear. I think he scored some good goals on his own, but was instrumental in setting up a number of them. So well played to him in particular. But the fortnight main of Skittish Llama, I hope performances like his tonight will convince him that maybe Rocket League is the better.
All right, now that will be us for tonight. But by no means are we done. Yuckles always finds a way to cast the best high school Rocket League that is around. So first, big props must go to him for introducing us to these high school matches, and just hope that there is more to come. You will be seeing more of myself, the Bromia, and more of the Greybeard for sure. But for now, that is us. So go to bed knowing that you saw some good Rocket League here tonight, and you'll see us again soon. Peace.
They do not know the rising towers of Hillbrow. They do not know the sprawling suburbs of the north. They do not know the sweet sounds of isiXhosa, Afrikaans, Sesotho. They do not know our ways. They do not know our people. They do not know us. We are not waiting for permission. We are not asking to be seen. We are our own region. We are SSA. RSC Johannesburg, RSC Nairobi, RSC Saint-Denis. This is not just a league, it is a movement. 4 seasons deep, and we are only just beginning. We train on 200 ping. We grind through blackout. We fight through silence. And we win anyway. This is Sub-Saharan Africa. This is our fight. This is Season 4.